Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Pastor KZ. Thank you all so much for all of your emails this week. And as I said, sometimes I have very little commentary, but I don't want to overlook your emails and disregard them. So that is why I went on and I chose this week to read some of them. Let's get right into some things. I want you to understand what's being said and try to bring yourself in correction if you are one of those people that was described Monday and Tuesdays in those videos. And I wanted to end this week with an email from a 76-year-old woman who I'll affectionately call Mama. I'll refer to her, I'll just say Mama. And she and I have been emailing back and forth now for some months. And she said, "Daughter, I believe the girls who watch your show can benefit from some words of wisdom coming from me." And she said, when I say girls, I'm not being disrespectful, but I refer to them as girls because to them I look at many of you as my daughter's age range or my granddaughters or some of my nieces. So she wanted to be clear she's not being disrespectful. And when we say mama, you know, that's a term of endearment in our culture. When we say, hey mama, or something like that. Now, she says, I want you to share this email and I want you to speak very strongly and powerful to the ladies using some of the words that I will use. So here it goes today, everybody. She says, so many women have compromised their dignity and self-respect just to get a man or to keep a man, she said. She said, ladies, don't ever lose your pride. Never give your all and never, ever let a man try to talk you into doing anything just to prove that you love him. She said, you will never, ever get over that, and he will always use that against you. One day, it'll come up. When you all have an argument, he's going to remind you of some things that you have compromised or you let slide or you agreed to do that compromised your Christianity and compromised your morality. She says, never do anything that you'll regret later or you too ashamed to look at yourself in the mirror. She says another thing, ladies, never let a man start you off with a bad habit. If he's drinking, if he's smoking, if he's doing other things, and he wants you to come on board and start introducing that to you or introducing that inside your home, if you don't put it into it right away, set boundaries and let him know, I am not going to indulge in that and you're not going to do it in my home. And if that's part of your life, maybe we ain't the ones, we're not made for each other. She says, so don't compromise your safe space, which is your home, by letting a man bring devices that will cause addictions into your home. She says, if a man doesn't accept you for what you look like, what your shape is, what your complexion is, she said, girls, help send him on his way. Help him. If you got him living in your house, help him pack to get out of there. If you're dating one and he's always comparing you to another woman, or she look like this, or she wear her hair like that, he really likes her. He don't really like you, because he's trying to let you know you don't fit the mold of what I really want. I'm just settling for you until the woman that I really want will have me. That's what a man is telling you, she says. She also says, never be a man's second or third option. She said you have to set boundaries. And ladies, if he continues to cross the line of things that you have asked him specifically not to say to you and not to do, he doesn't really respect you and he don't really love you. And she says, here's a big key, daughter, that you got to tell these girls. When a man is insecure and jealous and always checking up on you, following you around, being dominating and controlling while you're dating him, you might think that's cute initially. Oh girl, he just looking for me, he just loved me so much. She said, if he's that way when you dating him, imagine what he gonna be like when you marry him. That is who he really is. You might think it's cute that he's checking up on you every 5 minutes, or he's going through your phone, or he's questioning you, or you look up you at the mall and there he is too, because you done told him where you are, or he put a tracking device on your vehicle. She said, that's who he is, and you got you a nutcase on your hand. You got a man who is a stalker and one who is going to control and dominate you. She says another thing. Men who try to change the way you look, the way you dress, she said, that man, run from him. When he starts buying you clothes and telling you this is what you must wear to be with him, that's a problem. That goes beyond just a man buying you a gift or gifting you something, or your husband taking you on a shopping spree. This is a man that's trying to control you. And do you know how many women is in that situation? And she said, let me say this also, Pastor KZ. Daughter, let them know that just because a man is supplying you with gifts, with monetary gifts, etc., a lot comes with that. You taking his money, he gonna expect you to do certain things. She said they can sit around and talk about all of these high value men with all of this money, but baby, it's a lot you got to do to get that money, which means sometimes you compromise your self-respect. Sometimes he'll have 3 or 4 of his buddies in there that he expect you to do something with them because he feel like he done paid for your time. So you are no longer his girlfriend or his wife. What you are basically is a hired worker for him to be at his beck and call and do whatever he wants you to do. And y'all get what I'm saying. She said, daughter, make sure you tell them if he's already married, God didn't send him to you. I'll go over that again. She said, if he's already married, God didn't send him to you. You around here saying, God sent me a good man. Girl, he's somebody else's husband. God didn't send him to you. And another thing she said, ladies, if he's already married, he's off limits. She said, y'all need to put that on an index card or put it in your cell phone or something. If he is already married, he is off limits. If he's already living with a woman, he's still off limits. Never expect a man to leave his wife for you or leave his current situation with whatever woman he's dealing with for you, because if he does, that will always come back to haunt you, because you know what? The same lies and schemes and manipulations he was using to get out the house to come meet up with you, don't get surprised when after a while he start missing. Hours lapse of time you don't hear from him. You don't see him for days on end. Why you acting all hurt, crushed, and devastated? He doing to you what he did to her. And another thing, ladies, don't be okay when a man say, I'm going to leave my wife and come to you. Karma will get you. Another thing, if a man is still in the house with a woman and his children are there and he's telling you, I don't want to be there, we don't even sleep together, I sleep on the couch or I sleep in another room, that's a lie. Very few men, unless they old men or they older men who are sickly, you know, on all kind of medication and stuff, he is not sleeping in another room. He is not sleeping on the couch. If he is a man and he has a level of health and certain body parts work, he ain't sleeping in another room and that woman in the bed. He is getting in that bed with his woman. So you can just stop fooling yourself with them lies. She says, ladies, be careful that you don't do things that karma comes back to you. Now, let me pause here for a moment. I'm reading this email from a 76-year-old woman who is speaking directly to the women. In the weeks to come, I will address an email from an older man of what he has to say. It won't be next week, but it may be the week after or so. She also says, ladies, stop trying to change men. He'll do just enough to shut you up or just enough to stay in the house or stay in your good graces, and he'll revert back to his older ways. She said, ladies, babies don't hold a man. So I don't care how many times you get pregnant for him, that ain't gonna make him stay if he really don't want to be there. This is another point she hits home again. She says, no matter what you let him do to you in the bedroom, no matter what he is saying to you, if he doesn't respect you or he doesn't really love you, ladies, you ain't gonna keep him. You've got to know when it's time for you to move on. You've got to say, I'm worth more, I deserve better, and just some things, ladies, you ought not to be out there doing with every man that come along in your rotation, because women have rotations also. She said, baby, some things that you keep for your husband. If you give it all away while you dating, you might have a high body count on you, and by the time you get to a man that really might want to invest the time to get to know you, once he discover you got a high body count and you're very easy, he's gone. Men, by nature, it's in their DNA to be hunters. They don't want women chasing them. You shouldn't be chasing these men, ladies. You should not be blowing up their phone every 15 minutes. And I'm just checking on you. I was worried about you. Men, that drives a man crazy. All of these constant phone calls, constant texts. Men don't like that. I'm an old school woman. I'm 76 years old. And back in my day, it wasn't no texting and all of this here. Car, putting devices on cars to monitor where they go. It wasn't all of that back in my day. All of that cell phone wasn't back in my day. If a man picked up the phone and called you, he set up the date, he came to get you, you went out, had dinner, a movie, or what have you, or you walked to church together, or something of that nature. All of this here, women study calling men. Men don't feel like, man, she won't even let me chase her. Men like to chase. Women, you shouldn't be chasing him, running him down. When a man really like you, he gonna make time to pick up that phone and call you. If a man is really interested in you, he is going to find a way to get to you. He don't need you finding a way to get to him. She said one thing for sure, men will always run from women who are doing too much, as you say, daughter. I love how you say when people doing too much. I miss you saying that. And she says, never beg a man for his time, and more so, don't even beg him to stay. If he want to go, let him go. But stop repeatedly calling him, texting him, going to his house. All you doing is driving him further away from you, ladies, because now I'm going to tell you, and I'm an old lady, I'm old school. I'm going to tell you what that man now thinking about you. Number one, he's thinking that you're crazy. Yeah, men quick to call women crazy. Even though they do crazy stuff, it ain't about what they do. I'm trying to teach you girls something. Men think you crazy now because she's a stalker. She calling me, coming to my house all time of day and night. It don't matter if he gave you a key. That don't mean you come there anytime, day or night, to see him. He watching your behavior. So now he think you crazy. He think you're desperate, and now he don't trust you. Because, first of all, you know why? You saying, well, I ain't doing nothing. I'm with him all the time. No, he figuring out, I can't trust you even to be respectful of my time. You can't even respect the fact some of these men work long hours. Some of these men are working 2 and 3 jobs. Some of these men are genuinely exhausted, and when they go home, most of them take a shower, maybe get something to eat, and they go into bed. Why is you calling their phone over and over? Let the man sleep. Well, I was worried about him. Ladies, he does not communicate that way. His idea of communication is, after I get me a nap, I'm going to call you. Listen, when I get off my job, I'll call you. Don't call me. I'm at work. This is not an emergency situation. You don't have to call me every 5 minutes on my job. Quit texting my phone. Most of these men, they'll tell you, when they on their job, they do not like to be bothered. I know men in my era, they don't like women who do that. They don't like that because they feel like you too needy. You checking up on me every 5 minutes. They are not going to marry those type women. I'm telling you, they don't want to marry those type women. And those who are married to those type of women, they already got some kind of understanding. Most married men, they already got it known, understanding of when their wife gonna call them, or when I'll call you on my lunch break, or I'll call you when I'm on my way home from the job. They got an understanding with their wives or the women that they really dealing with. All of this other nonsense, men look at you like you crazy. And they ain't going to want to deal with that. Because they're like, man, can you imagine if she like this now? What's she going to be like if I put a ring on her finger? They see you as desperate and too needy. You're too much trouble. He don't trust you. And when you're in the dating stage, wait for about 8 months before you start bringing this man around your family. Girls, listen to auntie, listen to granny, listen to granny. I see some of you might be in your 20s, I might be your grandma age. Listen to granny when I tell you, every man you start dating, your family may never get to meet him, okay? And another thing, stop all of this moving him in your house, or you moving in the house with him, and y'all doing these things like y'all a married couple. Take time, date each other. There's nothing wrong 6 months in the relationship. He's still coming, ringing your doorbell, or he's knocking on the door. You don't have to give him no key to your place, and he doesn't have to give you no key. Y'all trying to do things too fast. It's out of order, and you haven't discovered things about each other before you trying to set up housekeeping and act like you married. She says, when a man sees you as a woman with some problems, he will run. Now, ladies, I'm going to say something that Mama talks about here, and I don't want you all to get all in your feelings or get upset, but I'm just reading from the email. And she's very clear on this. She says, there's a song, a Bob Marley song, she says, and in this song, it says, woman can't do what man can do and still be a lady too. What that means is men can do certain things and a woman can do the same thing, but she will not be looked at. A man can go and do all kind of crazy stuff. He can get drunk, fall down. To the other men, that's just funny to them. Oh, he's just being a man. But you do it, you looked at different. So she's saying this, and I'm going to read exactly what she said. She said, girls, women who drink too much, women who have addictive personalities, women with addictions, no matter what, a man is noticing you. He noticed those things. And it's not to say that you're not getting help, you're not changing, because anybody can change. Anybody can go and walk recovery. Anybody can be turned around. With God's help, anything is possible. But she said, what I'm saying is, and she's saying, I'm going to be very blunt, daughter. These women who drink too much, there are some women who are alcoholics. They get drunk. Men, what your man watching that. If every time you turn around, you opening a bottle, are you sitting there drinking right along with him? Because remember, I told you, he can drink. He can do this, drink, smoke, do all this stuff. But he watching you as a woman. Because some men, even if they're married to women like that and they smoking and drinking and doing all this stuff together, he still look at you different. And when you just dating a man and he's already seen you drunk before, he sees you drinking, he sees you smoking, he sees you cursing all the time, you're reckless with your mouth, he sees that, man, you can't be trusted with money, or he knows that you have an addiction of any sort. There's so many different addictions. I don't have to go through them, daughter. You know what I'm talking about, and them girls gonna know what I'm talking about. Men don't like that. She say, I have a friend of mine. She loves to go to Vegas. She gambles herself, just gamble, gamble, gamble. She been married 5 times, and she don't understand why she can't keep a husband. Because he see them husbands she had, that one of the main complaints that they made, and I know because they told my husband, she gambled too much, she drank too much. I don't like that in a woman. So what I'm saying, daughter, put it out there on your video. I know these girls think it's cute that they can drink like fish and curse like sailors and smoke and do all of this, and they running in the store buying Black and Milds and all this other stuff. Guys are watching you. Just because they may sit there and drink with you and smoke with you, they got their eye on you, because they like, man, ain't no way I'm taking her around my mama now. No, I'm just having fun with her. She ain't the one I'm gonna marry for real. That is how they look at you. They watch you, and when they see, and especially, she said, I don't know what it is about a man, but when he sees his woman or she can't hold her liquor, she drinking all the time, and every time you turn around, she don't turn down the drink. He watching her. And no matter what he tells you, girls, if he ever breaks it off with you, he may never tell you that was part of the reason. Another thing is, y'all keep your family out your business. Some of you talk. Everybody in the family know your business. You've got to stop that, ladies. You got to stop running your mouth so much. And ladies, I don't care who you are. Every day of the week or every time you turn around, you can't miss a party. You can't miss a barbecue. You can't miss a cookout. You got to be on the scene for every event. Men don't like that. And you already done schedule his time. We going here Saturday. We got to be over here Friday night. We going over here. Men don't like that because men like to feel like sometime I want to go be with my people. Or sometime I don't want to go to no party. I don't want to go to the barbecue. It's Saturday. I want to wash my vehicles. I just want to watch the game, or I just want to sit around and do nothing. Ladies, you got to stop all of this being in control and got all of these social events. Men don't like that. Sometimes men just want to go have a few beers with their friends. Sometimes men just want to go shoot pool with the boys and he don't need you there. Sometimes men want to invite his buddies over and they watch the game in the man cave. He don't need you social butterflying around being there. That is your cue to plan an activity with your friend girls or with your sisters. Y'all go get your nails done, your hair done. Get that man 4 or 5 hours without you. He don't like that. So I just wanted to share some things with you, daughter, that you can give to the girls that will maybe put some insight in them in case some of them don't have a mama. Some of them maybe don't have a grandmother. Some of them just pretty much out there wild and out of control, and some things they need to hear from an older woman like myself through wisdom and life experience, baby. And that don't mean I'm perfect. It just means I know some things that maybe they missing. So, and another thing, you women in your 50s and your 60s, I can't say this enough. Y'all, the men was right the other day. Now, daughter, they was right on that video when they say they sick of looking at these old women dressing like they're young girls and your clothes too tight or ill-fitting. They right on that, girls. Y'all put y'all undergarments is just as important as your top garments. Another thing is, women, you come a time in your age range, it don't mean you don't have to be stylish, but it means certain things is not inappropriate for you. That's all they saying, ladies. They not saying they don't like the nails. The men not saying they don't like the wigs, the hair, and all of that. What they saying is it's not age appropriate for some of you. You know, at my age, at 76, she's saying, it's just some things I'm not going to wear anymore. I'm going to look stylish. I believe in being styled and looking great and looking nice. And I am not overweight and a fatty, as some of the boys were saying. I am in good health. But what I'm not going to put up with is nonsense. And she said, I just want to share that with y'all. And no, I am not looking for no man. I've been blessed to have a good one for 40 years. I'm not looking for that. But y'all got to understand, you was right, daughter, when you said yesterday, God has been taken out the equation. Y'all looking at the wrong things, and y'all letting the wrong race of people tell you how you should be. You don't let nobody stereotype you and put you in a box and label you. She said it's too many of our young men and women have been labels, and they done bought into the labels. Stop calling yourself a baby daddy. Or stop, girls, saying my baby daddy. Just say the father of my children. That's all you need to say, and put a period on the end of that. Stop around here saying I'm somebody's baby mama. Just say I had a previous relationship and we had a child together. That's easy to say. Stop letting people label you as ratchet, as thugs, as 304s, and whatever other nonsensical names that they label you to be. Get back to having class, girls. My daughters, my granddaughters, my nieces, y'all out there. Pastor KZ gonna put this on a video. Stop letting them label you. Get back to being classy. Get back to caring about how you conduct yourself in public. Y'all, The Real Housewives is a scripted show. They paid to throw drinks on each other. They paid to say all kind of crazy stuff. Half of them girls don't even act like that for real. Half of them girls don't even talk like that for real. That's how they make their money. That's a job. In reality, they don't live like that. All that stuff y'all see on Love and Hip Hop, that's not the real world for the majority of people. So y'all got to get back to God's word, reading his word and understanding it first of all. You got to find yourself some type of spiritual walk and let it govern you so it can keep you reeled in when you get out of pocket. That's what she's saying, y'all. But I was so privileged to share this email with you from her. What did y'all think? I co-sign on everything she said. And it's good. I love having older women in my circle. Because like I told you on one of the videos, The Village, oh my God, I thank God I was blessed with the village. My aunties, I got aunties with so much wisdom. My mother, my grandmothers, oh my God, that includes my great-grandmother. And even the ladies that was friends with my grandmothers, my mom, my aunties. These women, oh my God, phenomenal women, have taught me, have reeled me in, have told me, now you went too far there. Don't do that. Don't say that no more. No, that ain't the way you handle that, baby. Don't do that. I thank God for that. And all I'm saying, y'all, is we need more of that. We need more of that. I even thank God for the men who was in my village. Men who protected me. Men who taught me things. Men who never mishandled me in any type of inappropriate way. I thank God that I don't have that brokenness story because of that. I thank God for the men, because the men also made a difference, because they were stand-up guys. They were men who would say, I'm going to tell you something. You know why that boy acting like that? He can't help himself, because that's who his daddy was. That's who his granddaddy was. He don't have act right in him. What you see with him is what he was raised around. Or either they'll tell you, baby, that's a good one now. Don't let that one go. That's a keeper. And ladies, when them old men or those men in your village tell you that this is a keeper, that's a keeper. And guess where to get you with one of these on. And you know what? It doesn't mean that it's easy. It doesn't mean it don't come without misunderstanding sometime. But you still got to come in there before you the big argument and the blow up. And one thing I will say this about my husband. Thank God for him. That's a praying man. And when he sees he's getting a little touchy with something I may have said he didn't like, the first thing he gonna say, babe, wait, let's pray. Or if I say something and I get out of pocket, and Pastor KZ, I am a woman. I can think like a woman sometime, and it just rubs me the wrong way sometime when I say, you don't see that over there need to be moved. And he's like, babe, come here, let's pray. That's what you got to have. That man who, before he jumped the gun and start arguing back and forth with you, gonna know, babe, we got to pray about this, because we might say some bad things. So keep prayer in your home, and also pray. Stay prayed up. Walk by faith, not by what you see. And ladies, let your spirit of discernment and your intuition kick in, because you know what? Your intuition is usually right. Your gut feeling is usually right. Y'all be blessed, be well, always walk in favor, get focused, find your balance, and protect your peace. At the end of this video, comment, like, and share the video. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. Please, please give me some comments down below, and you can email me. And thank you again for all your support. It's been a long week, so next week, whew, I'm going to get back to a little positivity. Thank y'all for watching. But I will try to keep up with the emails better, especially the ones that's hard for me to do. This week was hard for me to do because it put me in a space where I know a lot of people got triggered, but I still believe that it helped some people. You know, even though it might sound harsh, but the truth hurts and the truth also helps. Have a great weekend.